Hey, is Will here, or is it just you, Michelle?
Hey, well, it's supposed to be several of us, but they may be running a few minutes behind.
Okay. So yeah, I got a little confused this morning with how you want to set it up. How do you want to do this today? Because I was expecting I saw a chat up with Will and talk about the transition stuff. Seeing as you guys are a little bit packed at the moment.
Yeah, so I think we're still gonna do I have a small presentation to do, and then we'll talk a little bit more about, our experience with Seven Eagle from the business side and, address any questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, fire away. So I'll get started then.
Okay.
Hey, please, please give a warm welcome to Michelle Sweatt of Scarlett Group. She has been here many times, and Scarlett Group is an IT company that does fabulous work, has taken a lot of skill bridgers from us, and have put them on the right path to employment. Michelle, if you would like to get started, you said you had a presentation to run with.
I do. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with everybody. Let me introduce myself first. And thank you so much for that warm introduction and warm welcome.
From pleasure.
So, my name is Michelle. I am with Scarlett Group. I am the executive administrator and HR manager. We've worked with the Seven Eagle Group for quite some time now, brought on several skill bridgers, and brought some of those onto permanent full-time positions. So, like I mentioned, I do have a couple other people joining me. I think they're just running a few minutes behind. They got caught on another call. So I'll go ahead and get started in the meantime. Let me share my screen. Well, give me one second.
Hey, Mary, can you make sure she's allowed to share?
I need... Yeah, it's not allowing me to share it.
Thank you, Will. I just saw her give a thumbs up on, excuse me, a thumbs up on that.
All right, let me try it again. It's not letting me. There we go. Okay. Took a second here. All right, so I will go ahead and get started. We just have a short presentation for you, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of who we are, what we do, and how we can help you guys transition from your military careers to the civilian side. And thank you all for your service, by the way. So, again, we are Scarlett Group. We support veterans in successful career transitions through the Seven Eagle program. Great to see all of you today. We're going to talk a little bit about who we are, what we do, our company culture, how we support our military members and vets, and some potential open opportunities. So, who is Scarlett Group? We are an applied business technology company. We deliver cutting edge IT and cybersecurity services. We also do assessments, we do consulting, we do VCIO services, we do solutions engineering, we do compliance. So there's a lot more that we do than just an average MSP. We do offer managed services as well, but that is just one of the tools in our entire toolbox. We do a lot more than just end user support. Integrity, service, and empowering our employees are the core mission values that drive our efforts. And our company actively supports our military personnel transitioning to meaningful careers on the civilian side. Our core values: integrity, we honor our commitments, we safeguard our clients' trust, and we take ownership from start to finish. Excellence, we deliver proactive, high quality solutions and continuously improve to create frictionless experiences. Teamwork, we share knowledge, we support one another, and we collaborate and work as a team across different departments and different disciplines in order to deliver the best possible outcome for our clients. We want every client to feel like they are our only client. So what we do at Scarlett Group, I would encourage you guys to look at our websites, scarlettgroup.com and scarlettcybersecurity.com. That'll give you guys a little bit of a bigger picture about who we are, but kind of the nutshell version. We do ongoing IT management for our customers, remote IT support. We do strategic consulting, as I mentioned. We have expert consultants that guide our clients with their business goals, scaling, aligning technology with what they're trying to achieve as a business. We do advanced cybersecurity. We deliver top-notch cybersecurity solutions and services to protect our clients' data and infrastructure. And we do tailored technology solutions. We're kind of a niche business, or what we like to call a boutique business. We actually customize a lot of our solutions to meet our clients' needs. We don't like to, if somebody comes to us, we don't like to say, no, we don't do that, or that's not a service we offer. If there's any way for us to offer it, we come up with a way, even if that means bringing in outside consultants, expanding our team, whatever we need to do to deliver that end result to the client. So our company culture, we actually did a poll of our employees and asked them if they could describe Scarlett's company culture in one word, what would it be? And probably 90% of those polled said collaboration. So we are a very collaborative team, one mission. We all support each other. We go to bat for each other. And in some cases, much like you guys in the military, we carry our teammates across the finish line when needed. No man left behind, so to speak. We all work, again, across departments, across teams, and across disciplines to make sure that not only are we supporting each other, but we are delivering the best possible result to our client. We place a strong emphasis on continuous learning and professional development. We have, for our full-time permanent employees, we do have a certification program that is really beyond anything that we know of in the industry. We are very invested in making sure that our employees continue to grow and personally and professionally continue to develop. We believe in promoting from within, so whenever possible, that's part of our mission as well. We also offer a supportive environment and a workplace culture that supports career advancement and personal and professional growth. So supporting our military members and veterans, we have a robust training program that we offer. We do realize sometimes, the challenges that come along with coming out of a military environment into the civilian side. We're familiar with those. We have currently probably about a third of our staff are vets. And so we are very familiar with the transition from the government side to the civilian side. We help with technical skill development, and we also train on soft skills. If you were to come on with us as a skill bridger or as an employee, we put you through a very robust training program where we teach you all about who we are, what we like to call the Scarlett Way. We provide you with the skills and tools that you'll need to be successful, not only with Scarlett, but should you decide to go elsewhere or do something different with your life, they are, soft skills and stuff that can transfer over. Training, transition assistance and training, again, just reiterating what I just said. Opportunities at Scarlett for 7 Eagle participants. So we are currently looking for, we've actually got a couple different things that we're looking for at the moment. Anybody that has help desk or computer or IT experience, always looking for people that can help with that. We're looking for people in our project management department. We're also looking for people that have like administrative or business type experience that could serve as administrative assistants or business consultants. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, I'm going to be giving you some information on where you can send your resume.
Hey, real quick,
Yes, go
Michelle,
ahead.
can I just say one thing? One other area that we're really looking for is if you have coding experience, coding,
Yes,
Power
thank you,
BI,
Will.
analytical, analyst type skills. We're looking for those as well.
Thank you, Will.
Sure.
So here's my information to contact us. Again, I'm the HR manager. My name is Michelle. My email address is right on the screen. You can also visit our website. We don't currently have all of our open positions listed on our website, and that's because we would like to talk to our skill bridgers and vets and see what we can find through you guys and see where that gets us before we move on to actually posting ads on our website. And so that's the end of my little spiel. I want to thank you guys again for joining us today, and we will go on to some questions in a few moments. First, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my teammates. Stop sharing. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Will first. He's our VP of Operations. He spoke up just a few minutes ago, and he can tell you kind of what it's, from a business perspective, how we work with Seven Eagle. And he is also military, Marines. So he can also very closely relate to a lot of you. So I'll let him speak for a few minutes, and then I'll introduce our next person.
Yeah, thanks, Michelle.
Sure.
Good to be here today with you guys. Been looking forward to getting together with you guys, meeting some of you here. We've been a partner with Seven Eagle for it's almost 2.5 years now. We've had several people come through, both on the internship program as well as in direct hires. Right, currently we have, I think, four people that we've converted over, that have come on and done internships. We've had several that have done internships and then moved on to do other things. It's been a really great experience for us. They've all been contributors to our organization, whether they stayed or they've left. And we're looking for more of that. We really would love to support you guys. There was a question in the chat. Is this remote? A lot of our people are remote, but we are located throughout the Southeast United States. We are located in Florida, in Jacksonville, Florida. Anybody Jacksonville, Florida here? Anybody Mayport, NAS, none of that stuff? Ever been through there?
Kings in Georgia currently.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're at the submarine base, I assume.
Yes, Kings Bay. Yes.
Okay, all right. So all Tampa. I see there's Tampa in there. We
Yeah,
have a tech net. We have tech lives
Savannah.
in Tampa. So, but we're looking for a broad range. And Michelle said it. Not all the open positions we have are on our website, because we also use this opportunity to find Ashley's from Jax, Jose's from Jax. We look for opportunities to really find skills that you guys have and bring them into our organization, especially through the Skill Bridge program. So, doesn't mean that if there's not a position that you see on there, but if you're an HR generalist or something along those lines, we'd be more than happy to talk to you and give you an opportunity to come in and help us, help our team, because we are rapidly growing. Scarlett Group's been in business for 18 years. In the last 8 years, we've been in hyper growth mode, and we continue to meet those numbers. We're growing over 35% a year. And so with that comes a lot of investment into, new tools, new programs, new processes, new workflows. And with that, we could always use people on the backside to come help us with that. So don't be worried that if, I don't see what's on their open positions. Still reach out to Michelle. We'll be more than happy to tell you if it's something that we feel like we could help you with, and we'll talk to you more about. Doesn't necessarily need to be in Jacksonville. That always does help, but like I said, we have customers all throughout the Southeast United States. So we have people in Raleigh, we have people in Charlotte, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and scattered out a couple other, like Columbia, South Carolina. So yeah, just let us know.
Absolutely. Thank you, Will. And I also did drop my LinkedIn. The link for my LinkedIn is in the chat. You guys are welcome to connect with me there. You can email me your resume. I'm going to put that in the chat as well, just in case you missed it on the presentation or in case we have any late people joining.
Well, I've been putting it up too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And yeah,
Yeah.
I see from the chat that we have quite a few people in our local area. As Will mentioned, it definitely helps if you are local to the Jacksonville area or nearby in the surrounding area, but we do have some positions that are remote as well.
Or trying
So,
to get back to Jacksonville.
yes, yes. So I'm going to real quick, Jacob, I think your hand's up.
Yeah.
Did you have a question?
I just had a quick question.
Sure.
For somebody that's outside of IT and trying to get in, I don't apply, but do you guys help with getting certs, or are certs supposed to be acquired before entering the program?
Well, we always do prefer if you already have some certifications, A plus, Net plus, Sec plus, at least some of your more general certs. That's always helpful. However, we do not necessarily disqualify people because they don't have a certification. We do have a very robust certification program. And for our full-time permanent employees, we actually pay for the study materials, the practice exam, and the exam. And then when you pass, we award you a bonus as well. So we do strongly encourage professional development. If you can start that process before coming on with us, that's wonderful. But we would not necessarily we would not necessarily disqualify you simply because maybe you were just moving into the industry or into the field and didn't have anything yet.
Awesome. Peter's got a question. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Michelle, William, thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed the piece as far as really giving the background on the company on what the values are and what we can be looking forward with it. My questions, I know we said remote. How remote? I'm currently overseas and living in Germany, so I didn't know if that's a kill shot or not, but that's just curious about that.
Well, we've never done that before.
I was just going to say that you would be the first. It's probably a little bit further than we would like because of the time difference. We do have to meet the majority of our clients' time. However, never say never. You're more than welcome to apply, send your resume in, and if we do have something where we can fit you in, we will certainly reach out.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Real quick, Peter, are you looking at, would this be a skill bridge or would this be a direct hire you're looking for?
I've got another month and a half left of availability for the internship, and then I'd be able to go higher.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Any other questions before I introduce Jean, who's our next? Nicholas, go ahead. Or Nicholas. Sorry.
You call me Nicholas.
Okay.
Depends
Okay.
what day of the week it is, I suppose. Now, quick question for you is the best way to find out what you have opening is just to link up with you on LinkedIn and send our resume directly to you. That's what you're saying?
Correct. We don't currently have our positions listed on our website because we always like to talk to the skill bridgers and vets first. We really value the discipline and the skill sets that you guys bring to the workplace. So we always like to kind of see who we can talk to from here first.
Awesome. Thanks.
You're welcome. Christopher.
Hello. So I know you're still a small growing business. And here I am out here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm not sure if you have any positions that would be within a geographical area around here, like in Colorado or anything like that.
Not at this time, we don't.
Yeah, not at this time.
Yeah.
So what's the frequency of remote work, if any?
What, clarify your question?
For any remote positions that might be available.
So for our remote positions are mostly technical positions, and we locate those in regions that we have clients in. So like we have clients in Charlotte, so we have remote techs in Charlotte. They work 100% remote, but they may be dispatched. They may need to be dispatched to a customer site. Same with Raleigh. The only place we have physical brick and mortar is in Jacksonville, Florida. So all the techs that live in Tampa, Orlando, they're all 100% remote.
Thank you for clarifying.
Sure.
Absolutely. And we are growing rapidly. So just because we don't have positions today doesn't mean we won't in the next 6 months to a year. Anybody else have any questions? Jose.
Hi, thank you, Michelle and William, for like taking the time to do this for us.
Of
My
course.
question is, do you guys have like OJT that, how you call it, through Seven Eagle, like instead of doing like SkillBridge like separately from it? Because since we already are doing the SkillBridge with Seven Eagle, so we have to do the OJT like kind of linked to them.
But yeah, they're one of our partners. So if you got picked up, good to go.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think we've actually had a few that actually worked with Seven Eagle and then had come over and worked with us
Mhm.
already.
Anybody else? All right, I'm going to introduce to you someone else who is joining us from our team. She is our training manager and customer satisfaction manager, and she is, sorry, Jean, if I said that wrong. She's
Got it all messed up.
I know, right?
Okay.
She is fantastic at what she does. She can tell you a little bit about what you would expect if we were to bring you on as a skill bridger or as an employee.
Thank you, Michelle. My name's Jean. As Michelle mentioned, I do all of the learning and development and then also the customer experience. Um, I am looking for an administrative assistant to help me, if that's something that interests you, to just help go through documentation, update documentation, analyze some tickets, some problems, some clients. So that is one of the positions I believe we are looking for. As Michelle mentioned, I do all of the learning and development. So if you do come on with us with the Skill Bridge, you will get to see me quite a bit as we do your training. I guide you through all of the orientation and your first month of training to make sure that you are comfortable and confident in using all the tools and knowing our processes and procedures before we just kind of send you out. So I guess to answer your question about on-the-job training, we do a lot of that. And I'm the one that kind of leads that and kind of runs that through. Also, with the customer experience, Michelle mentioned earlier that we do train in soft skills, which is just customer service skills that you can use not just at Scarlett Group, but really just in your day-to-day life that can definitely help the transition back into the civilian world a little easier. So I run all of those and create and develop that as well.
Good stuff.
Any questions for Jean, guys? Jacob.
So, is there a large percentage of people who go through the skill bridge program and then go on to a full position, or is it just kind of a skill bridge, learn the stuff and move to a different company kind of thing?
We bring on there's got to be a couple things that exist. So first of all, there has to be a full-time permanent position available, and it's got to be something that you want to do and that you're interested in doing. We really are big on it being a two-way street. With that said, we have brought on a large majority of the skill bridgers that have come on as interns. A good portion of them have led to full-time higher positions.
And if I could just expand on that a little bit, all the skill bridgers that we brought in, we've offered full-time positions except for to two. Two of
Correct.
them we have not. Now, not everybody took the full-time position. Some of them went on to do other things, but we've offered full-time positions to all of them but two.
That's correct.
That's stellar. That's stellar. Hey, Will, how did you get from the Marine Corps to here? What's your story? I haven't heard it. I'm kind of curious.
Oh, it was a long journey, long journey. As a Marine Corps a long time ago. You're bringing up my age now. So when I came home from the Marine Corps, I started working. Took some electrical engineering classes, and got a degree in electrical engineering. Started working pulling cables in a building on a construction crew. And so that company, though, that I started to work for, the owner of that company had started this company. So as I grew with that company, I got, I learned how to do estimating, project management, no technical background whatsoever. That do I have. My background is mostly construction project management. But as I was growing through that company, I got to a point where that company was a small company. I just outgrown the company, and I went off and then worked for three other companies after that. And then this company had started. They actually started this company when I was there still. I was still on the construction side, and about 3 years ago, I got a call from the owner saying that they were going through some rapid growth. They need some help with streamlining operations to help with the growth, and maybe an offer. And now I'm back here. So now I'm on the technical side. I have technical people all around me. It's funny because a lot of times they'll start talking. I'm like, slow down. I have no clue how much is it going to cost? What's my return going to be? And, is it going to help us be more efficient? And then also client experience. So my three targets is I want to do more for the clients. I want to do it faster. I want to do it with less labor, and I want the client experience to be improved. So that's my three target missions for our operational team. So that's what we're constantly focusing on. And we've been very successful at it the last 3 years that I've been here. We have grown just in the last 3 years. We've doubled our company size, which is pretty incredible to think that we went from 35 employees to we're getting up to 75, almost 80 employees now. And we just did that in the last 3 years. So our growth is significant. We're going to continue to push that envelope. So that's how I got here, and I'm glad to be here. I look to retire here, and I'm looking to help. I'm looking to help our people grow within our organization, and looking for you guys, military. Like Michelle said, over half our employees, more than half our employees, are military veterans, either through SkillBridge or just military veterans. And if we don't keep score, but I do keep score, so I think we're on top. We got more Marine Corps people here than anybody right now, but I think the Air Force is catching up to us for some reason. I don't know who keeps hiring those guys.
I don't know. I think they're pretty smart, though.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
We have a really good camaraderie too. Like I mentioned during the presentation, we're very collaborative. We have a fun environment. We work hard, play hard, and there's a lot of there's smack talking back and forth between the different branches, because we've got people from I think every branch except for space right? We don't have space. Yeah.
Our CEO was a Navy officer, so he did something on ships with controlling missiles or something. I don't know what you guys do out there in the middle of the ocean all the time.
Yeah, they like to say they're always picking on Will, saying that they were the original Uber that was getting the Marines where they needed to go.
We guard their nukes, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Oh, I see somebody. Sorry. So you mentioned you didn't come from the technical background on that, Will. Did you have to deal with imposter syndrome? Because I know a lot of folks here are gonna have that hit them pretty soon.
No, because we're not that type of company. It really goes down to the person who we are, and this is one of our when we're recruiting people and we're looking to fill positions, whether it be through SkillBridge or through just the traditional recruiting functions. We look for people. There are certain things we have a certain interview style that we go with, very structured style. We're looking for people who can make connections, right? Because no matter what we do in our organization, we're connecting with people. And so you have to be able to connect with people. We can teach you everything else. If you have no IT experience, but you have a passion for it and you want to learn it, we can teach it to you. Jean will teach it to you all day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
She's one of the best at it. But if you can't make connections and you can't provide customer service, or you don't know how to interact with people on a day-to-day, and especially in a professional business environment, that's where you're going to struggle. That's hard to teach. That's almost a skill that is instilled into you. Can you adjust it? Yeah, I think you can adjust it, but it takes a lot of investment from a company to put into a person to do that. But if you have, and you can make connections, and you can cut up, and you can, and the interview process is very, very light. It's not a overall serious, but there's people that you can just tell just don't fit. If you fit, we can teach you anything you need to know.
Yep. If you have any type of interest in IT, I guarantee you, if you want to learn, I will find a way to make it click.
And just to tack on to what Will said as well, and then we'll get to your questions. I do see your hands. I started with Scarlett 13 and a half years ago, and I had no IT experience at all. And I still don't. What I have, I've gained along the way working here. Fortunately, my role is not overly technical, but as Will mentioned earlier, I'm surrounded by a fantastic team. We all collaborate together. And if I ever need anything that is beyond my realm of experience, I've got a whole team behind me. So
she got an incredible boss too. So
Yeah,
Oh.
I was just gonna say the only person that I can't turn to is my boss.
Now, Gene's got a great
No,
one
that's
too.
Will. Yeah. Will is our
Don't
boss.
hurt your
He's
shoulder,
okay.
I didn't
Will.
pick up on that.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, so don't be scared. You don't have to have the imposter syndrome. Whether you're a quick learner or a slow learner, we pace it to the person. It's not based on, oh, you don't pick this up in 3 weeks, you're out the door. Um, that's one thing I think is a little different about our company too, is we're humans. We all know that we're all humans. We're all going to make mistakes. We're not this company that's going to, first of all, we're not saving lives. We're not doing what we're doing in the military. I was aviation ordnance man. If you made a mistake, you can severely damage a plane, a building, a person. If you're out in combat zones, there's a lot of decisions that you can make that can affect a lot of different people. It's not like that here. We're not saving lives. We're not open heart surgeons doing those type of things. We're here to connect and serve our clients. And so we're going to make mistakes, and that's going to happen. It's going to happen. And we're not, we use those as coaching moments, learning moments. And that's really the focus is how can we help you, not make that decision again, or help you work through the issue that's at hand to make you better at the end of the day. Now, if you can make the same mistake over and over again, that has to be addressed in any business, but we don't want people to be fearful of making mistakes and then trying to hide them. We would rather know about them so we can make you better, but we can also see if there's a gap in something that we can make the whole team better with.
Absolutely. Jacob, I see your hand's been up for a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have a lot of questions.
No worries.
Nothing to be sorry about.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Do you guys do stuff outside of the help desk realm? I'm trying to break into web design, and this would be great opportunity for me if you guys did that. But what other stuff besides help desk stuff do you guys break into?
So we don't currently do web design, but we do any type of IT work, computers, we do end user support, we do consulting, we do assessments, we do VCIO services, VCISO services, solutions engineering, project management. Am I missing anything, guys?
Yep. DevOps, we do coding, Power BI, we do application support, application design, cybersecurity, all cybersecurity services.
Yep.
We're 100% SOC.
Process mapping.
Yep. So yeah, we do we also have a group of consultants that do like RFP services, those type of things. Somebody's looking for, say, change an ERP system out. We help them along those lines. So help desk, that's the MSP portion of our business. We're our applied technology business, so there is a lot more that we do. We're continuously getting into more. We're providing we're developing and providing new AI services to clients, things along those lines too. So it's a constant evolving thing for us. The one thing that's great about our company is that because we fall under that applied business, is that any kind of technology we can go into, and really that's what we focus on, or supporting some sort of technology within their organization.
And Jacob, if you want to check out our websites, scarlettgroup.com and scarlettcybersecurity.com, that'll give you an idea, of some of the stuff Will mentioned as well that we do.
And we currently don't do web design. It's a very, very crowded market, and not a service that we've been presented or asked for in the past.
Corbin, I see your hand's been up.
Hey, yes. Thanks again, guys, for coming out and talking to us this afternoon. You've mentioned a couple times that you are a growing company, an expanding company. Can you speak to what markets you're looking to break into next? I know that you're primarily focused right now in the Southeast. I'm based in DC. So are you looking to expand up the East Coast? And additionally, being a smaller company, something that we often hear is that the potential to climb the ladder is greater in smaller companies, especially if you're looking to do it more rapidly than, say, a Booz Allen Hamilton or something like that, where it's a lot more political and controlled. So if you could speak to that as well, I'd appreciate it. Thanks again.
Sure. So I'll start, and Will, I'll let you jump in as far as expansion and stuff like that. So we are currently, as Will mentioned earlier, right at about 70, 75 employees. That majority of that growth has taken place in the past 2 to 3 years. We are doubling in size every 3 years. And yes, the opportunity to get into a company or organization at this point in its growth and ride the waves, so to speak, is astronomical with us. Because we are so hyper growth focused and we're expanding so rapidly that we absolutely can give you the opportunity not only to advance in, let's say you come on the help desk, advance within the help desk, but also advance within the company into other departments or specialties that you may find an interest in. We are currently predominantly in the Southeast, Florida and the Carolinas. However, our 10-year plan is to be global. So I'll let Will expand on that a little bit more.
Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, so right now, in the next 2 years, our focus is to stay in the Southeast. That doesn't mean we won't go outside the Southeast. If a client, we have several national clients that we deal with that have locations all over the United States. So it's not like we just have clients in the Southeast. But yeah, as Michelle had spoke, within 10 years, we're looking to be in the top 1% of IT firms in the world. That's our focus, and that's what we're driving towards. And every 3 years, we plan to double our size. So you can simply, take that math and figure out where next year we intend to be. I'm sorry, within the next 3 years, we intend to be between 120, 140 employees is what our target is. There is a lot of growth, and just in this call right here, Jean started off on our help desk, and now she leads our whole learning and development and client experience departments. Michelle was an administrative assistant, office manager, and she's heading up our HR department now. And there's stories like that all throughout Scarlett as we continue to grow. We'll need to add people, but there's also the growth for the internal people that are here now, and we're seeing that growth every day. People being promoted into new positions, new technologies that we're starting to offer. People are moving in to support those different technologies. So it's been great. It's been great to see. It's been very fulfilling on the backside. It's part of the executive leadership team to see that people growing within our organization. We have a lot of people that have been here, since the beginning. I would say at least 10 of our employees have been here since the beginning of and maybe actually more now that I think about it, since the company was started 18 years ago.
I was going to say, I think most of our upper leadership and middle management all were promoted from tier 1 level positions in the company. Yep.
I love it. So like one of the things that like these guys are always getting is the soft skills stuff. And you with y'all being the collaboration crews, what would the strongest soft skills you would say, hey, make sure you highlight these so that we understand you get it?
Communication and empathy, I think, are probably the two soft skills that we really value the most. Coming in very close to that, though, would probably be accountability, being able to actually hold yourself accountable to the things that you say you're going to do and say you're going to show up for in that. But definitely communication is number one.
Oh yeah, customer service. If you don't communicate well, things go right down the drain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm. Anybody else got any questions to fire at them? This is your opportunity, guys, because you'll get the right answers at a small company right here.
Yeah, anything y'all have, we're happy to answer. Trevor.
Hi, everyone. First
Hi.
of all, thanks for coming out and talking to us. I feel like this has kind of been the group that I've been waiting to hear from. I heard about you guys from other people before. I'm pivoting in my career, going from law enforcement and going into IT. I started a bachelor's program, and I'm looking at doing my Sec Plus here in the next 2 months. As somebody who's in Seven Eagle right now, wanting to get into this, through you guys, what does that process look like?
So are you say in Seven Eagles, so are you SkillBridge eligible?
Yes, I have until July.
Okay. So what I would recommend you do is send me your resume. Either you can send it to my email address. It's in the chat. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll post it again. Send me your resume. We'll review it. And if we have a spot that we think you would fit well into, we will reach out, talk to you. And if it goes well, you want to come on board with us and do your skill bridge through us, then we will bring you on until the end of your skill bridge. And then if we have an open role at the end of that and you would like to stay on with us, then we may offer you a permanent position from that point. So the process actually is fairly simple. It's really just you sending the resume. And if we have a slot that aligns with what you're looking to do, we're happy to have you come on.
Okay. Is the SkillBridge remote? I'm in Missouri right now, and at the end of July, we plan on moving to probably Tennessee. We're still looking where to go.
Okay. So we prefer people that are in our target areas, which are Florida and the Carolinas. Missouri's probably in Georgia. Missouri's probably a little far out. However, Tennessee may be in the realm. Do you know how soon you'd be moving there?
At the end of July is when I have
Okay.
to move out of this rental that I'm in now.
Okay.
And we're looking
All
at
right.
like Knoxville, Eastern Tennessee.
I went to UT Knoxville, so very familiar with it, with that area. Beautiful area.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So, yep, go Vols. So go ahead and send your resume in, and if you wouldn't mind just putting a little brief explanation with it of what you're looking to do, we will absolutely review it and let you know if we have a slot we think you can fill for us.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So for somebody who's looking to get in the IT thing and maybe they aren't ready to come to you yet, if there was one cert that you could say, hey, look, you need to do this tomorrow to put yourself in a position to get into that desk someplace, what would it be to you guys?
I'll let Gene answer that. And then
I
I'll
was
answer
just going
that
to
then.
say, that'll be Gene.
I figured.
You're muted, Gene.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
I think Michelle kind of said it earlier, but the introductory certifications are really nice to see. The A plus, I know the Network Plus is another one that's pretty common out there. But also outside of that, we are a Microsoft partnership company. So we also do really heavily value the Microsoft certifications. If you've never thought about looking into those or what those entail, there's a lot of Microsoft fundamentals that just go into a lot of the 365 applications, Azure, which is a big one right now, Intune, if you've never heard of that. And those are getting a little more into the advanced side of things, but the fundamental line of the Microsoft certifications are also certifications that we very much so heavily value and are really good at just introducing you to the ideas and concepts of what you will be working on and looking at if you do come onto our help desk. And if you're interested in what any of those are, they're any of the 900 level certifications from Microsoft. So there is the Azure 900, the MS 900, the AI 900, and then there's also a SC 900, if I remember off the top of my head. So I know the CompTIA ones are definitely more known out there. And like I said, A plus and Network Plus are good ones to see. But the Microsoft ones also are some other ones that we really, really look for.
Yeah, I would just say, the CompTIA ones are important. But for me, from a business standpoint, the Microsoft House, any of the Microsoft certifications, they're a little tougher to get, but companies do look for those certifications because there's also incentives for companies to have people with those certifications within their organization. So it helps as well as if they're looking to try to fill a spot, or you may help them achieve a different level with Microsoft by basing it off those certifications. So whenever somebody asks me, is like, go after Microsoft, go after Microsoft, go after Cisco, go after something that's very specific, that's going to make you different. It's going to differentiate you from everybody else that's just going to get the Network Plus or the Security
Yeah.
Plus certifications. It is a big difference when you're interviewing. Somebody comes in with a CCNA and a Microsoft, high level Microsoft certification, and you're going up against somebody who's got a Network Plus, you're probably going to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it just shows that you really put
CompTIAs
the
are
extra work
good.
in. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jane.
they're good. No, you're fine. I was just gonna say the CompTIA ones are very good general certifications. They can really be applied anywhere, but definitely if we see one that more directly applies to what we're looking for, which would be those Microsoft certifications, CCNA certifications, and those, then those
Mhm.
definitely are a little more appealing.
Yeah.
Sure. Great points. Eric, I see you've got your hand up. What can we do for you?
Good afternoon to all three. I hope you all are doing well.
Thank you.
So I am here at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I am a logistics and operational heavy for the past 26 years. How does that fit into your organization if I was looking to go for your organization?
You want me to answer? I can answer that.
Sure, yeah.
Operations is what we do. So the operations, I'm the vice president of operations. I have an operations, project management, construction background. If you understand the basic concepts of workflow, optimization, efficiencies, how to look at a process and say, hey, this doesn't make sense. This is how we can make it better. You can look at, budgeting, those type of things. And I don't know exactly what kind of operations you were doing. It's just logistics next to your name up there. So I'm sure you were at Fort Bragg. You were probably supporting, the different units within the base and on their deployments and getting their gear and materials and whatever they needed to locations. I mean, that's kind of what we do. We just do it differently. We're doing it, understanding how to get a phone call from here to there, how to get a problem solved from here to here. You may have to work with multiple vendors and things along those lines, and understanding that and helping optimize those type of things. That's what we do all day.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm also working through my PMP. Probably going for my certification in beginning of April. And I'll work that process. But yeah, I just want to know skill sets on top of what I have. And I understand logistics is big. And so trying to say I have logistics kind of doesn't tear it down, but I was a maintenance personnel most of the time. And then I'm ending my career as a sexual assault response coordinator. So at the end of the day, that's where my foundation has been at. But just curious of what you had. As I know you had Carolinas earlier, but just what you had in this area, because I am going to stay here.
Yeah. What part of where's Fort Bragg at? Where?
In Fayetteville, North.
Okay.
Vietnam.
Yeah. So we are looking. The PMP is project management is very important to what we do. We have a group called professional services, and that's what they do. They do the one-off projects for our clients, implementations for our clients. They do implementations for our teams internally. It's all project based, so that's where the project management function falls in our organization. So PMP would be very good. PMP is a very good certification to go get. And once you get it, don't let it lapse because it sucks to have to go get it again.
Ooh.
Yeah, the expiration renewal on those.
Yeah, keep up with it.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's good stuff. So, hey guys, before I let you go, hang on, Bryce, go ahead, sir.
Hello. One last quick question.
Sure.
I was wondering, how does a security clearance work with your guys' company? Does it have any benefit for you guys specifically, or?
Not at this time. We're not doing anything with the federal government or DoD. We do have a government portion, but it's mostly based around municipalities. The closest thing that we would get is CJIS certifications because we do handle law enforcement. So the techs would need to be the techs that work on that, or the people that work on that just have to be techs. Anybody that's involved in that has to be CJIS certified, which is a certification. You have to have a background check and all that done too. So
okay. Sounds good. Do you guys see it in your foreseeable future at some point? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's who knows. Like the good thing is that we're not pigeonhole ourselves into anywhere one area. We're also not over expanding. Like we've got so many irons in the fire. We do look very targeted. We look at the opportunity. If they're federal government comes to us or we have an opportunity with the federal government through some of our networking, and it's something we want to pursue, we will go pursue it. But it's not like we're going to just hang out there, Well, I say to the team also, we don't even know what we're going to look like in 6 months. I mean, as fast as we're growing, and building, in 6 months, we don't even know what we're going to look like or what we could potentially be in right now. We have a plan, but man, those plans change really fast. Let me tell you.
Yeah, the best laid plans of mice and men.
Yep.
Hey, I just want to thank you guys. Will, I guess one question for you, or
Sure.
just one thing. As a guy who had to make that transition years ago, and obviously he's doing pretty okay. Any words of wisdom for the gang before you go?
Yes, the civilian life is not the military life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the things that we've dealt with some of the skill bridgers coming into us is they come in with that very regimented, and I struggled with it when I first came out of the Marine Corps. Very regimented. It's not like that in civilian life. It's really not. It's not as tense. It's not as the interactions between you and managers and people like that. It's very much different than talking to someone who's ordering you to do something. That's one thing about our company, and Michelle was talking about earlier, and I really wanted to elaborate more, but I didn't want to get caught up in it. But it's the collaboration. It's you're just because you're not being told what to do, you're being asked what we should do, right? So you got to come in with that mentality, and sometimes it's hard to break that. We like that we do like some of the regimented stuff in it, but then we also try to break that down. We're a very open door company. We don't have this chain of command either. Like Bertie was an officer in the Navy. He's our president, CEO, but his door's open all the time, and anybody within the organization can go talk to him or schedule time with him. And it doesn't have to go through your manager, who goes to the director, who goes through me, then goes through. We don't operate that way. So just you got to understand that it's a little more laid back than it is in the military. You get to wear whatever clothes you want to. That's kind of cool, right? So I think that was a struggle for one of the people that came in, is they didn't even know what they should wear into the office. So just that's one thing I would do a little research on that probably, or maybe even talk to somebody about it, about what the expected is when you get into the civilian workforce, because it is it is a little bit different, and we've seen that struggle come in with people from the military coming through Skill Bridge. They are just like, dude, chill out a little bit. You're so damn tense, So
I will say too, it's part of the onboarding training when you're with me for that first month. If you do come from Seven Eagle or really any internship that we get you from, I try to partner you up with someone who also has the same experiences, because we do have so many employees that came over from Seven Eagle now, even that are full-time with us, and then also military, so that they can also kind of help you and answer questions to get you a little more comfortable with everything that I know personally I probably can't answer because I didn't come from any military branch. So we do keep that in mind as well, and get you as much resources and, support that we can whenever we put you through.
Awesome.
yeah, and I will say one other thing: have a voice. Like, I know a lot of times in the military, they're like, you do as you're being told. Have a voice. Like, give your ideas. You guys are very smart individuals. You've had experiences. You've experienced a lot in the military. You've experienced a lot in life, and those experiences are important. They're important to companies. They're important to executives and managers and people who are trying to lead things. There's no perfect playbook on what should be done. So you should have a voice, and you should feel a company that if you go in and you have a voice and they just totally shut you down, you should look for another company to go work for, because those companies, they're not being run by people who are looking for what's best for you, what's best for the business. They're looking at what's best for them. So that's just my input on that. Have a voice. Don't be afraid to use your voice either. If you were to come to work for us, we want to hear from you. We want to know what your thoughts are, even if you don't even have an experience in anything we do. It's all about the concept of just looking at things sometimes with a different perspective, and it can change the whole trajectory of our company. That's the way we look at it.
And that there, folks, is the difference between leadership and a boss.
Absolutely. We actually did some recent training on exactly that, boss versus leader. We strive, of course, to always be leaders, not bosses. And leadership to us looks like empowering future leaders. So we're very much about that.
Home run. Well, hey, thanks once again, guys, for coming on. Will Moore, Michelle Sweatt, and Gene, I thank you very much. Gene Steffen, sorry. I thank you very much for coming in once again and spending a little time and dropping some wisdom and jobs on us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
guys.
us.
Thank you so much for having
Bye,
us.
everybody.
You guys have a